All right, so we left off at multiplicative identity yesterday, and we are on now to the inverse of a square matrix. There'll be 50 problems to assign for tomorrow.
What?
I'm just kidding.
I was gonna say,
That's a perfect excuse for me to not go to the junior senior thing.
We finally got
It's a partial Friday for me. I have to be here for like 2 classes tomorrow.
oh, that sucks.
What does that say?
All right.
Yeah.
Let A equal A sub ij be an n by n matrix if there is a matrix B such that AB equals BA equals I sub n, then B is the inverse of A. We write it B equals A to the negative 1, read as A inverse.
Oh, I thought it was like red.
What?
I was like, well,
I'm bringing in colors.
Yes, we're color coding our matrices.
It was like first numbers are introduced in that, then letters, now colors.
The orange of X is
I feel bad for anyone who's actually colorblind, like I am. I actually find that.
I think Miss Marshall was colorblind. She didn't move.
I want to give you the colorblind test then.
I think for all colors it's fine,
You
but
always
if
use
I were to
black
see,
and white.
You're colorblind, but for all colors it's fine.
no, I mean when it comes to dark colors.
Oh. Well, okay, that's like most people.
Like dark brown, I see black.
Okay, but that's like a lot of people. I don't think that's technically
Like,
colorblind.
what is my hair right now? What color is my hair?
I mean, I can give you the colorblind test and find out for sure, but.
Brown?
All right. Non-singular.
Like dark brown.
We say A is non-singular when the square matrix A has an inverse
She's definitely black.
and singular. A is singular if A has no inverse.
Like, you know how I sneeze and say sneeze at the same time? One time I thought I was gonna sneeze, so I said sneeze, and then I didn't sneeze, and it was just sneeze. It's not stupid.
The inverse of a 2 by 2 matrix if AD minus BC is not equal to 0, then ABCD inverse is equal to 1 over AD minus BC times D negative B negative CA. And you need to know this formula.
I mean, I can, but it's gonna get like smudged.
That's what I read it. Oh, wait, you read it.
Star it, something.
You're so familiar with things.
Make sure you know.
It's not fair.
I can't.
Now you're just
how
showing off.
do you draw a star like that? Like attempt it. Attempt it just yourself. Like, no, not like that.
No, like without
Like
just
without
Oh.
the lines
the
in the
outside.
middle. Like just the outside.
It's so hard to do.
Not really.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
It never looks good. It never
It's
looks
not
good.
like symmetric.
just make sure you know that formula.
No, it's upside down.
Or are you upside down? Cool, it's taco.
There. Now it's right side up for you.
My ADHD is really coming out today, so it's
I think it's just
very
OCD.
essential to me that things are right side up.
All right.
Looks like Patrick the Star had already gone
The determinant of matrix A equal to A, B, C, D is the determinant of A equal to A, B, C, D is equal to A, D minus B, C. It's another formula that you need to know. A determinant
Yeah, just a little bit.
of a 3x3 matrix
Oh no. This definitely looks familiar now.
and there are no calculators for this.
Oh no. Wait.
You get to do it all by hand.
Wait, isn't the absolute values already?
No, they're matrix bars.
And then
They're determinant bars.
I don't know why, but I heard Mars bars. I didn't hear matrix bars. I heard Mars bars.
It's like
Oh,
an
Mars
absolute
bars.
value bar, but for determinants.
So we don't take the absolute value then.
No, you're taking a determinant of it.
See, those
This is equal to A times EI minus FH minus B times DI minus FG plus C times DH minus EG. And I'll just go ahead and you need to make sure you can do that.
I'm so behind.
I'm at DE2.
Oh, I'm at the determinant of a matrix A equals ABC.
Yo, I'm trying to write some letters right now. Y'all are really screwing me up.
And this equals
No, I have to check it. Go down right.
Man, you know what I did because I'm stupid? You know how the word is determinant?
Mm-hmm.
Detergent.
No, I had
Detergent.
lemonade mouth stuck in my head, so I went determinate.
I just saw a Terminator now. Thank you.
For stats, it was the quotient or something.
What?
The word in stats that was like repeated.
Oh, which one was it?
What was that word from
Re-expression.
chapter 10? Re-expression, yes.
Yeah. I love lemonade mouth. It's such a good movie. Sorry,
thought you took them to a drink.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
Like grandma died.
I love lemonade.
Is that
No,
D?
her cat died.
Her cat moved, and it was her cat.
Her cat died.
Something.
Once we get through this, I'll go through why this looks like this and how, so it makes it easier to remember.
Well, I'm very behind, especially since I just realized I've been spelling that wrong this whole time.
Well, I mean, I feel like you'd rather use this method than doing a 3 equations, 3 unknowns. I feel like you'd rather do it with a calculator, so.
Alright, now time to scribble all over this.
The better choice.
I mean, we can do 3 equations, 3 unknowns by hand if you prefer, but that's what I thought.
Thank you. Is that equal?
Give a second.
Sign?
What?
Is that equal?
Yes. Yes, it is. What did she send us? Oh, how sweet.
What's that from? He was playing the MW2. I think it was MW2. I don't know.
Yeah, it was.
He's like.
It's so stupid.
I hate playing quads when my two turn out, especially multiplayer, because that's the only thing people use now. It's just flashbang. No song, it's just flashbang.
These guys are so effective. I shouldn't tell you crap.
A spider landed on me during chapel.
What did you say?
Flashbang are
A spider landed on me during chapel.
Oh my goodness, I was.
I just like tried to flick him and then I squished him. Like,
I
this-
have
If you ask Huck, that's bad luck. You have to spin around 3 times.
And throw salt around your shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
Man. I only read that book.
Okay, Huckleberry Finn. Jeez. I did not understand that book. I was like, some guy got shot, but then what's happening
Then
now?
there was a house floating down the river, and there was a dead guy in the house on the river.
Yeah. Yeah, then
All right,
that.
I'm going to kind of explain here how we get this, just in case you don't remember from last year. Okay, so to do a determinant of a 3 by 3, it involves the determinant of a 2 by 2. So we take the top left, okay, the top row is always what's being multiplied, okay, and then I cover up everything in that row.
Oh yeah, I
Oh, go away. Cover up everything in that row, and then you take the determinant of this 2 by 2.
Row or column?
Column. Cover up that column.
Wait,
Cover up that family. That group.
Okay.
Can we do the circling thing again?
Cover up that group.
Huh?
Can we do the circling thing again?
No, not the period, the group. Cover up the group, not the
Or you
period.
circle?
I'm not teaching that method,
Wait,
but
okay.
if you would like to go figure that method out, you can do
Oh
that.
wait, yeah,
This
you,
is
like,
easier.
circle E and I.
That was the only thing that got me through matrices was
The circle.
So then the second sign is minus, okay? So then you take the determinant of the 2 by 2, the df gi, okay? So it's d times I minus f times g.
Oh wait, that's easier.
And then you do c times everything else. You cover up that column, and then you do the determinant of degh, so dh minus eg, and then you just solve it and get an answer.
Oh,
no, that's
now
what I was talking
remember.
about. It's like a crossword puzzle.
Well,
What?
Yeah, there's one where you like write all the letters again and you like circle them and
Oh,
all
no,
that
no, I'm
stuff.
talking about where you. Last
You,
year
like,
you taught us.
Oh, well, yes, you can circle
A
them.
And like then like cross the EI and FH.
Yes, when we actually do examples, I'll probably do it like that.
Yeah.
But yes.
That's what I was talking about.
I thought you wanted the one where you like write all the letters and you like circle them and make little diagonals, and I don't do that.
No, I just wanted.
I had one person do that in algebra 2. I said, if you do that, I said, if you do something wrong, you better hope it's at least close, because I'm not teaching that. Like, I was like, I showed them the method. It's like, if you, no, it was this year. It's like, if you do that method and you get it wrong, and I said, and don't come ask me to explain it to you, because I'm not teaching that method. This method's easier. So, anyways, all right. Theorem. Let's mix it up. Stu blue.
Geometry.
Inverses
There's still more?
of n. We got a whole page left. N by n matrices.
And then examples. Can you focus it a little bit?
Yeah, it's hold on. It's probably because it's in a weird spot. But yes, I can try.
N by n matrices and making it by b matrices.
An n by n matrix A has an inverse.
It's your hand. That's what it is.
Oh.
It's too bright.
Oh wow. I just ripped my lip off.
Okay.
I'm almost done with this one, and then I'll just switch colors. If and only if the determinant of A is not equal to 0. Okay, so if you have a square matrix, okay, it has an inverse if and only if the determinant is not equal to 0.
Fish don't have like sensors, like different pairs of their lips. So they can, that's why like fish.
Because they can sometimes run into rocks with their faces on accident because they're so.
All right. Properties of matrices. Let A, B, and C be matrices whose orders are such that the following sums, differences, and products are defined.
What is ST?
Such that.
I've been wondering that since yesterday.
1, the commutative property. For addition, A plus B equals B plus A. For multiplication, this does not hold in general. To associative property, for addition, A plus B plus C is equal to A plus B plus C. For multiplication, A times B times C is equal to A times B times C.
Plus A plus B plus C.
Yes. 3, the identity property. For addition, A plus 0, okay, the 0 matrix is equal to A. For multiplication, the order of A has to be n by n. So A times the identity in is equal to in times A, which is equal to A.
So wait, for commutative multiplication, does it have any multiplication?
Correct, because in general it would not hold. Because of the rules of the multiplication and how you have to be able to, like, the number of rows has to be equal to the number of columns in the, well, the columns from the first one has to be equal to the rows of the second one to be able to do it. And then the resulting is the rows of the first one times the column of the second one. Once we do examples, you'll see it. And the inverse property for addition.
How many times do you think we've written the names of these properties?
For matrices, this would only be the second time.
No, for any.
Well, because a commutative
Oh, in my class, probably, well, I mean, other than if you count example, like homework problems, but, I mean, in class, we've probably only done them like 3 or 4 times.
It's like,
Still a lot.
Alright, so the inverse property for addition, A plus negative A is equal to 0. For multiplication, the order of A is n by n. So A times A inverse is equal to A inverse times A is equal to IN. Given that the determinant of A is not equal to 0. And our final property is the distributive property. For multiplication over addition, A times B plus C is equal to AB plus AC. A plus B times C is equal to AC plus BC. For multiplication over subtraction, A times B minus C is equal to AB minus AC. For A minus B times C, it's AC minus BC.
it's true, I would still do that. Actually, I don't know. English says you can. One like about books was like grammar. Oh, no, because you both at this.
Those are easy.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They're harder to.
They're so easy to pass.
Program test?
I don't know.
Can you just try? I never got the last bit of the identity one. Because I messed it up and then I had to white out.
I'm just like studying for the test and I get
Yeah, no, maybe it's incredibly early grammar tests. We used to
Why
have
can't
grammar
I?
tests.
What is she? I want to burn this thing's book.
Oh, you want
Does she
those?
give us
That's
book
not-
books?
you can show us some.
Miss Havens?
I'm in this pad area.
Oh, I was like, what did she give you?
I want to burn this pad until I can the other way.
That's scrolling up.
I have a perfect there's some random girl at Kroger.
Yeah, talk about a tailgate for me.
He's like, what's he just gonna like attach to a rope? Yo, have you ever like taken a truck and then tied a rope to it and then tied a sled to that rope and just gone crazy down the road?
It doesn't snow like that.
I don't have a.
But
I
not
don't have
here.
a.
It did.
I don't know what it's called.
Holston?
No,
Colgate?
you insert it into the tailgate. It's going
Tailgate hitch?
Yes, I don't have a hitch. I don't have a hitch.
I-
I had one
That's
somewhere,
good.
but I lost it.
Yeah, I'm surprised I would consider it.
Well, then again, I don't really know a lot about cars other than how to drive one. So.
Bro, I just used up all my paper.
Maybe I get another one.
I don't want to. No trick and then like right here.
Just go outside and.
We're doing 2 examples and then we're done until Monday.
Chop down a tree, why don't you?
Alright.
I'm gonna have
think
to
it's
write
fine,
very
it
small
doesn't
for these
feel like
examples. I think I have like 3 lines after I finish writing all this.
That's exactly what you need, so you are good.
Like, I'm excited that I
It's
can
really cutting it
go to
close.
bed late because I don't have school tomorrow, but at the same time I'm not because I know for a fact that in what time is it right now?
Right now,
36.
In like 6 hours, I'm gonna have to chop a lot of roommate lettuce again. So for a fact, I'm
Going
gonna be
back to
doing.
going back to the shit to chop up roommate letters.
do y'all not have spicy grilled?
We
Wait, what?
no, we don't have any. Like we have spicy grilled, but for the south, we don't have it for like.
What are you talking
We stopped
What is
that
spicy grilled?
Monday.
That's so sad.
I know. I was like, I saw it on our menu.
I ordered it the other day, like actually paid for it the other day at a store, and then got home with a fried fillet.
I tried to get it, and they're like, "Oh, we're sorry, we can't get it." And I literally, it was at Chick-fil-A. I went into the corner and cried a little bit. So
It's so annoying. It was so good.
it was.
And it was something I could
actually
eat on
spicy.
keto.
Made me so
It's fine.
upset. And now we use the lemon thing.
Oh, yeah, that looked awful.
I've
It is
also
awful.
figured out that Chick-fil-A sandwiches give me stomach aches.
Oh shoot!
Isn't the like seasonal drink for the summer just a normal Palmer?
Yes.
My
They
friend
just
was
don't
telling
call
me
it that.
And I was like, she was like, this is so dumb,
I
but
can't
usually
wait
so
for the
good. And she was
mango,
like, we already have
mango
this.
milkshake, though.
Mango? You mean peach?
I don't know. I keep saying mango. It's because a girl in the
They
back-
used to have a mango thing. Actually, no, it wasn't mango. It was always peach.
Isn't there
Mango was from a
Chick-fil-A-
different place.
Isn't there a Chick-fil-A in Georgia that's like a Hawaiian style Chick-fil-A?
It's so good. Oh my goodness.
I'm
It's
gonna-
not. It's called Truett's Luau.
I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna go there.
So
You
good.
know,
Drive all
10
the way.
out of 10 would recommend.
You know, there's a place in South Carolina where there's a little squirrel at an ice cream shop, and they give the squirrel a little tiny ice cream, and it sits there and eats with everybody.
That's cool because obesity now.
That's great.
Soon, later dead.
All right. Quick 2 examples and then we're done. And then y'all can mentally start your, well, break from my class.
Just Pat call us out for talking about food all the time. I feel bad. She mainly talks only to me.
All right. What is the order of number 2?
1 negative 1
Huh?
The order. Like
2 by 2.
blank by blank. Yes. 2 by 2.
That was literally just bad.
And is it a square matrix?
Yes, that was a guess.
I
but
thought we were
thought
gonna
it was
solve
right.
it.
How do you know if it's square matrix?
Because it's not a rectangle.
Because if
Or-
your rows are equal to your columns, it is square.
So the next one's no.
Rectangle.
Yeah,
It's a 1 by, it's either a 1 by 3 or a 3 by 1.
It's a 1 by 3. Okay. So remember, rows go across. Okay, columns stand up tall.
So the answer is no.
So-
Ta-da, all done.
I have
Not
no
square.
chemistry.
See, you made it all